Welcome to a new episode of TL News. I'm your host, Keck Filet. I wanted to start this episode with the first ever TL News giveaway. I will be giving away 3 portal decks. All you have to do is message me, Keck Filet, in-game in the mail, your favorite anime, and also your main's name. I will be doing the raffle soon, and then doing the giveaway hopefully by the end of this next week. I wanted to give a shout out. So the thing is, with World of Warcraft, I think it's a very big social game, and on Discord, Defa has been really awesome, just been supplying us with movies and just always chilling out, have someone to talk to and hang out with. So big shout out to Defa for just being a cool guy. So a lot has happened between this episode and the last episode. The last episode, we had layers, and then very shortly after that episode, layers were taken away. But now layers are back again as far as the other day. So nothing really much has changed from there. Just know that layers are here again. So we're going to be having the same pros and cons of having 2 layers. With so many raids and with TL being competitive as it is, we really do try to focus on world buffs. Now with world buffs comes a bit of a toxic meta where a lot of the alliance priests will be dispelling all throughout the world, all through different zones. You'll be ganked and you will have lots of issues trying to keep all of your world buffs. So we're going to have to work together a little bit more if you're wanting to keep some of your precious world buffs. And with that, we're going to bring you my opinion on the guide on how to get all of your world buffs safely. Now, to preface all of these buffs, you have to really think about what time you want to get these and if it's being griefed. Now, in the ogre maar Valley of Spirits, where the mages kind of hang out, there's been a lot of priest activity there, so they've been dispelling. So I really suggest being on an alt and checking out the areas clear before you go in. And the same with Kargath. Kargath has had an issue with the priest just hanging out there, rezzing, and is dispelling people. So really look at your alts and what the area is like before you log in and try to deal with that. Before you go and actually go and get your buffs, please get all of your items, all of your consumables, your bank, gear, etc., right? And go and buy your Zanza from ZG Island, the Ujamba Island. Or go and get your Blasted Land buffs if you use those. Now remember, your Blasted Land buff and your ZG Zanza does not stack. Now, the first thing is Darkmoon Faire. Darkmoon Faire is up 1 week out of the month, and this is probably your biggest one, and it actually is the most annoying out of all of them, because if you happen to get it, you can get another one within 5 hours of in-game play time. And so with that, I really think this needs to be either your first one or your last one. But I really suggest it be your first one so you don't have to worry about being dispelled. Because sometimes you have an issue where if it's in Elwyn Forest, you have to go deal with Alliance. But if you don't have to deal with Darkmoon Faire because it's not up, we'll have the rest of the guide right here. Now, buff number 2 is ZG. Now, it's a little annoying because you can easily be griefed because you have to either be in Booty Bay or the Ujamba Island. Now, it's dropped all the time, so you don't really have to worry too much about when you're going to get it. It's just who's going to drop it, really. I really suggest trying to either get a summon here or just walk here yourself and wait here. Now, a nice little thing is you can actually get the buff while you're dead. So you can work around that if you like. It's really the easiest one to get, but it's also helps you because it increases your movement speed. It helps you get your other buffs after. Now, for your next buff is Darkmoon Tribute. Now, Darkmoon Tribute became a little annoying, but there is a lot of people out there that do a service for Darkmoon Tribute. Now, they usually charge you about 10 gold for a summon and to get inside the instance to get your buffs. Make sure you have a reputable guide. Don't go to somebody who has a bad reputation, and try to get your buffs that way. Now, next are these buffs I put in this kind of the same category because you can kind of get them around the same time. But it's Dragon Slayer and Rend is kind of the same because you're in ogre maar getting them. But I really value if you're a melee, you want Rend like the full duration. So you usually want to get Rend last. So you want to get Songflower and then Rend. You could say that Rend isn't that great for casters, but if you're trying to get that buff as well, here you go. And then the last buff is the Upper Block Crocs Fire resist buff. Now, this is the least challenging one, but it's just a more annoying one to put together because you have to have a group to get it together, and you will get summoned to the instance, into the instance portal, so you won't really risk that much dying or being dispelled because they only have a slight window to do it. And then you can just hurry up and head back to your main city through a portal, or Hearth back to Kargath. Now, with all of that how it is now, you can tell it takes a little bit more time and effort in order to get all of the buffs. Now, for a new section in TL News, I'm going to be doing a auction house discussion. It's been in Discord. It's pretty good. So as you see here, here are some of the items and what their prices are right now as far as May 31st, 2020. As you can see, because Lotus spawns have gone up, their price is about half. You can probably find some for cheaper in trade chat, but it's gone down very significantly, probably going down. And then I really see that all the other herbs are going to be going up at certain times. And of course, arcane crystals are probably going to stay around 80 to 100 gold. Probably going to rise a little bit. Now, there's a new section over on our Discord called Raid Notes. I really suggest if you're looking to coordinate with your other raiders, go look at that. I was going to go through all of these in this video, but it's a little too long for me to go through that. And yeah, I just want to give like a little reminder to people. Prep time. So with AQ kind of around the corner, the Warfare is going to be here very soon. Now, TL being the biggest guild on the server, I really think it's up to us to put a big foot forward in trying to put in a big effort in the war effort. That being said, here are all the materials you're probably going to need that are shared and horde only. Now, there are some really difficult ones here like Firebloom. I personally am farming Firebloom just for the war effort. But if we want to get those gates down very quickly, we want to be able to have these materials ready to go. And that's it for this episode of TL News. I really appreciate you guys watching and all your support. I'd like it if you guys give us a thumbs up for me. And I'm hoping to see you guys soon in the next episode of TL News.